With some in WWE apparently happy that a star exited the company and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Revealing his first interaction with Ricky Starks back in 2015, The Undertaker said this on Busted Open Radio following Starks' debut on NXT this week. Finally, we struck up a conversation, and he told me that he was trying to break into the business. I kind of talked to him about different things, and he actually, one of the Rumbles that Michelle McCool was a surprise guest in, she wanted to get in the ring, and he came down and trained with her. I've seen him a few times here and there, and I've always had great conversations with him. He's such a good kid, such a respectful kid. Yeah, so that debut caught me completely off guard. I hadn't seen him in probably a year and a half maybe, and then I just looked up and saw him here. But yeah, that's how we met. We met in a gym when I was getting ready for Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. Asked why she re-signed with WWE, Natalya told Ring the Bell, "Well, when I was signing my new deal with WWE in June of last year, I had some really great conversations, especially with Triple H. The thing with Triple H is that he's really big on storytelling, and he's focused on finding the right moments for everyone, not just the women of WWE, but the men as well. If you look at the way he books PLEs in our shows, everything feels like it has a rhyme and a reason. It's very strategic. My goal, and I've expressed this to everyone I work with, especially the powers that be, is to be part of fun stories. For me, it's not so much about winning and losing matches as it is about being involved in compelling storylines. That's why I re-signed. I feel like my goal for this year is to win the Intercontinental Championship because to me that title represents the workhorses of WWE. There's also a strong connection to the Hart Dynasty given my family's history. Everything I've worked for has led me to this moment, and I would love to become the Women's IC Champion. I also want to be part of truly great storylines. I have so much faith in Triple H and believe that we will get there. It's all about timing and waiting for the right storyline. Seeing how he's transformed so many other talents excites me, and I can't wait for the moment when I get to be part of a story that deeply connects with the fans." Mentioning legal trouble that a professional wrestler is facing, Ringside News noted that independent wrestler Charlie Tiger, real name Charles Hutton, is facing serious legal trouble after his arrest on February 10th for allegedly threatening and harassing employees at an IRS facility in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. The incident led to a full evacuation of the building as law enforcement swarmed the scene. According to Cherry Hill police, officers responded to the Colwick Office Park around 2:20 p.m. after receiving reports of a suspicious man wearing a mask and carrying a backpack. Given the potential risk, authorities immediately helped employees evacuate the 3-story IRS facility before conducting a thorough search. Hutton, a 24-year-old resident of Narberth, Pennsylvania, was detained without incident. A police account confirmed that he was unarmed, and after a sweep with bomb-sniffing dogs, the building was deemed safe, allowing workers to return. Court records revealed that Hutton had already been on authorities' radar due to a prior incident at the IRS facility on February 4th. According to a criminal complaint, Hutton previously threatened a crime of violence by loudly stating "kill the IRS" during a verbal dispute with an employee. On February 10th, Hutton allegedly escalated his behavior, picking up a phone inside the building and again yelling "kill the IRS" within earshot of other people. This second incident resulted in his arrest on charges of making terroristic threats and harassment. Hutton, better known in the wrestling world as Charlie Tiger, has been competing on the independent wrestling scene for 8 years, wrestling for promotions like IWA Mid-South, CZW, ECWA, Rockstar Pro, and MCW. He is also the current unsanctioned Pro Heavyweight Champion, holding the title for 356 days in the Columbus, Ohio-based title-based promotion Unsanctioned Pro. His last match was on January 19th, where he competed in Game Changer Wrestling's 30-person Rumble match at the People vs. GCW inside the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. Hutton has not been convicted of any charges, and all allegations remain under investigation. However, if convicted, the charges could carry severe consequences, potentially impacting both his wrestling career and his future outside the ring. Touching on the rumored WrestleMania 41 match between WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and John Cena, WrestleVotes reported on Sportskeeda's Backstage Pass Q&A. I don't know if it's been discussed in an official capacity, but I do know there are people there that would rather that match, Rhodes versus Cena versus Punk, than Reigns versus Punk versus Rollins, if that matters at all. I don't know, but I do know that there are some people who would prefer that. Revealing Rey Fenix's status with AEW, Chris Featherstone said that AEW sources have informed me that negotiations between Tony Khan and Rey Fenix to end Fenix's tenure with the company are progressing, and resolution is expected to happen soon. I was also informed that Tony Khan has been heavily advised to put an end to this soon regarding Fenix's holding period. Going over the feelings of those in WWE when it came to Mercedes Moné departing the company, Ringside News wrote that not everyone in WWE was sad to see Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks, walk out, according to former WWE employee Tommy Carlucci. Speaking on the Coach and Bro show, Carlucci claimed that multiple WWE producers told him Moné was difficult to work with backstage and that there was little regret when she left the company. At WWE, she wasn't easy to work with backstage. I know that from a lot of producers there, so I think a lot of people were glad when she left the company, Carlucci revealed. Moné walked out of WWE in May 2022 alongside Naomi while they were WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. The situation became one of the most controversial exits in wrestling, with WWE stripping them of the titles and publicly addressing their departure on live TV. Now thriving in AEW as the TBS champion, Moné recently refused a fan's request to name wrestlers she'd want in AEW, saying the other place would sign them. Carlucci took this as a sign that her ego is still out of control, something he claims WWE producers had long dealt with behind the scenes. Whether Moné was a locker room problem or simply a star who outgrew WWE's system, her departure clearly left a lasting impression, but not everyone misses her. Love her or hate her, Mercedes Moné's exit from WWE clearly wasn't met with universal disappointment. While she's thriving in AEW as the TBS champion, it seems some in WWE were more than happy to see her go. Whether it was backstage tension or just the price of being a star, Moné continues to divide opinions in the wrestling world. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.